What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room. So clearly you see the title of the broadcast. And we have a tragic story out of New York. And I think this is, of course, new age things. These young people are pushing the limits and in other ways that, my generation and previous generations and stuff like that, even the, younger millennials didn't kind of just push things to this degree to a level. So apparently we had two teenage young ladies that went quote unquote what they're calling it surfing on the rooftops of subway trains, and it ended up very tragically. So we're gonna go here now and check this out. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
We're on top of breaking news this morning out of Brooklyn, where police sources say two teenage girls were found dead at a subway station.
And those same sources telling us that police are investigating the deaths as a possible subway surfing incident. John Diaz is joining us live from the Marcy Avenue subway stop in Williamsburg with the latest details. John.
Yeah, good morning to both of you. Just sad details out of Williamsburg this morning. When it comes to the names of those two young victims, well, they have yet to be released, but sources telling us their ages are between 15 and 18 years old. And those same sources also telling us that police right now are investigating this as a possible subway surfing incident. Now, if you see here in this video, this is what the scene looked like out here earlier this morning. Investigators telling us this all went down about 3 o'clock this morning out here at the Marcy Avenue subway stop by Broadway in Williamsburg. That's when officers arrived out here, and sources tell us they found the two young girls unconscious and unresponsive. Sadly,
my question is, why are these two young ladies, or anybody at that age, I don't give a fuck, because it's New York, and I get that New York is a 24-hour city and things like that. Why are these young people out at three something, close to 3 something in the morning?
Both were pronounced dead at the scene shortly after, and police are still trying to determine exactly what happened and how they ended up here, and have not yet confirmed exactly where their bodies were found. So it's still unclear if they were found on the tracks or possibly the roof of the train itself. But as we mentioned, police are investigating this as a possible subway surfing incident, and residents here say it's sad to hear.
Terrible, man. It's the worst. I mean, there got to be some other pastime for kids than do something that dangerous.
It's sad, it's depressing. These kids, they try to impress their friends by doing stuff that they do,
Now, the investigation did shut down the Marcy Avenue subway stop as police were looking into this case, but that subway stop is now up and running again. For now, though, we are live this morning from William.
And this is just the facts. This is very dangerous, and I don't think that, these young people should be out at that time. Obviously, once the law enforcement got there, it was like 3 something in the morning. So this had to happen, early morning hours. And this makes no sense. This makes no sense. Why are these young people out there this time of morning doing dangerous shit like this? This is crazy.
Well, that tragic incident happened here behind me at this subway station on Marcy Avenue station here in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. But I did get the chance to speak with the president of Passengers United about safety concerns and ideas to combat subway surfing. Two teenage girls lost their lives early this morning after what investigators are calling a subway surfing incident at the Marcy Avenue Broadway station in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Police say it happened around 3 a.m. when the girls were unconscious on the tracks. They were pronounced dead at the scene.
The stupid things that people do for a viral moment.
Commuter Savannah Spirit, who rides the Marcy Avenue line every day, says the danger feels too close to home.
I would recommend not doing that because inevitably you're going to die. It's just suicide.
She says subway surfing has become a tragic trend pushed by what's popular online.
I blame social media and the internet. So I think that it looks like a cool thing to do. And so they try it out and then inevitably they get killed.
I mean, I blame the community and the parenting. If you have proper community and proper stability for these children, and the community protects itself. It would protect children from having dumbass ideas to do things like this. And these are just facts. You know, we've gotten away from this. And whether we like this or not, these talking points are not even just talking points. It's vital information. If we had proper communities to teach the children, and the community used to watch out for the children, stuff like that, each other's children, you know, within the community, you know, things like this wouldn't happen. And young people wouldn't have such idle minds to be able to get into things like this.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
This is crazy. These young people were out. These two young girls were out at early morning hours. And I get it. Like I said, you know, New York is like this super 24-hour place, you know, but young people still shouldn't be out at that time of the morning. I can't even fathom that. Like, that makes no sense to me. Underage like that. I mean, you know, what's the reason? It's crazy out here.
So far this year, police have stopped more than 100 riders from subway surfing. Since 2023, the NYPD has been deploying drones to stop subway surfers, spotting them from above in real time and allowing officers to stop trains at the next station to safely remove riders before they get hurt. Year to date, at least 3 people have died subway surfing.
We're devastated.
Charlton D'Souza is the president of Passengers United. He says he would like the NYPD to secure the doors between the subway cars and urges people to use the emergency intercom to report passengers walking between cars.
We want New York City Transit to put a lock on the doors, a mechanism to that wouldn't allow the young people to climb up.
The MTA and NYPD are pleading with riders to speak up and stop the trend before more lives are lost. We received this statement from NYC Transit President Demetrius Critchlow saying in part, quote, "It's heartbreaking that 2 young girls are gone because they somehow thought riding outside a subway train was an acceptable game. Parents, teachers, and friends need to be clear with loved ones. Getting on top of a subway car isn't surfing, it's suicide." And the investigation is ongoing. Police are urging folks that no viral or video moment is worth risking your life.
And that's the truth. It's not worth risking your life. It's not worth your family grieving. Because, you know what I'm saying, you decided to get on top of a high-speed train, technically. You know, this train is not going 5 miles an hour here. This train is going at a very decent speed, you know, and I've never rode subways a day in my life, but a train is a train. I've rode Amtrak, stuff like a train is a train, period. And I guarantee you the subway train in New York is not going 5 miles an hour. So, you know, at those speeds, man, and you are on top of the L and the wind is blowing, your footing can't be properly straight because of the high velocity that the train is moving and the wind pressure that you're on top of the train and is blowing against you. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, man. And this is a tragic situation. I hate this had to happen here, you know, and my condolences do go out to these young ladies' loved ones and things like that, because this is an unnecessary situation. You know, for all this media stuff that's going on, this internet crap that these young people are engaging in, that's hooking them into this strange way of creating content, and it makes no sense. And our young people are out here, you know, dying and stuff like that to create viral moments, which is ridiculous here. This is ridiculous. Man, this is sad. This is so sad, bro. Oh, man. All right, let's keep going.
It's a new warning out of New York City tied to the dangerous stunt known as subway surfing. This weekend, officials say 2 girls were found dead after playing the game, which involves riding atop a moving subway car.
This is really tragic.
While subway surfing has been a problem for decades, some argue social media is helping to fuel the latest surge of deadly stunts. New York City officials say in the first 6 months of this year, more than 1,800 subway surfing videos have been taken down.
It's hard to see a child get killed that way.
And the problem goes well beyond New York City, including this footage showing people riding an upside-down tabletop tied to a moving vehicle. Just weeks ago, in a similar stunt, a Pennsylvania teen was charged with involuntary manslaughter after allegedly killing his 17-year-old friend who'd been sitting atop the upside-down table. Prosecutors are calling it a dangerous TikTok challenge.
Wow. Hold on. This is crazy. Man, these young people are out here bad, bro. They're down bad.
Statement to NBC News, TikTok says any content that promotes dangerous behavior, which may lead to serious injury, is a violation of our community guidelines and will be removed. When NBC News searched for subway surfing on TikTok, the platform replied with this message, urging users to learn how to recognize harmful challenges.
They're doing it for, maybe a little bit of the prestige, but what's it all for if, it's over in a moment?
Tonight, New York City's top transit official warning the trend is not surfing, it's suicide. Aaron McLaughlin, NBC News.
We thank you for.
Yeah, that's definitely the truth. And I'm going to end it right here. My bad. I want to end it right here. But we can see this going on here. This is sad, bro. This is sad that these two young ladies lost their life like that. And it's also sad for the other people that have lost their life with this surfing challenge on top of L trains and stuff like that. This makes no sense here. And, in today's society, our young people are bombarded with this internet, challenges and all this internet information and stuff like that, whether it be good or bad. It's so much information out here in the 21st century, that never was out there before for my generation and, the younger millennials and, early 90s babies. This information here, some of it is good. Don't get me wrong, because, we get on the internet as people and stuff and we try to, talk and, give good advice, things like that. We try to give, the best, information as possible. But we also have people on here on the internet that's, creating a lot of dangerous situations, dangerous scenarios, misinformation, getting these young people a lot of, useless, information and stuff like that leads these young people to do dangerous stuff like this. And it's not just the internet. I also blame the parents and stuff like that also, need to, try to instill certain things in their children. And I get it. Some parents probably are instilling good values into their children, but you know what I'm saying? At the same time though, too, the power of influence of peers also in today's society. And I think the power of the internet combined with all that is overwhelming nowadays. You know what I'm saying? And I think some of the parents that are actually teaching their children some good values, it can probably be overwhelmed by what's going on in society with other children and other, entities that are on the internet and stuff like that and forces and things. It's crazy out here. But, my condolences go out to all the people that have ever lost their life in this type of craziness. And also too, I think that a lot of young people need to wake up and start understanding that this is not cool here. This is suicide. Basically, you are destroying your family. You are taking yourself, away from your loved ones that actually care about you. You could possibly be, basically giving away your future to foolishness. Giving away your future to foolishness. But it is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line. Y'all stay safe out there and quit doing all these crazy ass TikTok challenges. This is stupid out here and ridiculous.